Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in today. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. I will try to make these brief so that you can get back to what you're doing. Um, Today's info is about behavioral. It's a foundational part of your investing views, your perspectives, the world according to you. Let's call it that. Um, there have been in the investment world um, since 2002. 2002, there were people who were awarded the Nobel Prize for Economics for a thing called behavioral economics or behavioral finance. It's also referred to as. They were they ended up in the most simplest time saving terms. Boiling it down, it became a list of human wiring or human behaviors that people do that are not in favor of their success. They're almost like self-sabotage type things, groupthink, etc. If you call in, I'll be able to give you a list, talk about them, or you might see them listed in some of my blogs, etc. But they were a list of symptoms, and they were things that people in the industry do as managers, in the industry as analysts, and outside the industry as people, bombarded by noise and media and spin and everything. And so one of my pet peeves is a lack of fundamentals. It doesn't matter whether you're starting a sport or running a business or running a team or leading a team, you name it. The fundamentals are critical. Your foundation. If your foundation is sand, you're going to have house problems eventually. And so, in looking at where we are and the fact that we have behavior, it all starts out with a will. If you wake up with a will to succeed or a will to be better than you were before, a better you for you. And don't forget patricktbulger.com, no dot after the T, and investing and living beyond the herd. There's a reason that that's the title. And, we simply look at the world of investing after 29 years. We've broken it down to it's not much different than a business. If, you have necessary fundamentals, and without them, if you have people making up, things out of nowhere that they feel like they conjured off of neighbors and TV and commercials and heaven knows where, would that apply? Are you going to go to the doctor that watched the most TV, or you're going to get on the airplane with the pilot that's never flown, that watched a bunch of stuff or read a bunch of books? The answer usually is no. If you look at it as running a business, are you going to hire people who do not have critical fundamentals in what your business specializes in? Many times, no. And so when we look at expected outcomes, we want someone who's been in it, who's developed things. I have a bio out on the website that I recommend you go to. Just the About Bio section. Take a look at there. I've been through a lot. I've seen a lot. And I'm here to be helpful to you. What I did compile are different methodologies that you could read about in there that are vastly different than I would say most people are going to meet in the advisory area. Keeping it on a simple side, and you're going to notice that I'm very human. I'm a one take video maker, and so you're going to see pauses. You're going to see me looking all around. You're going to see some notes, all that fun stuff. But here your money and perspective matter, and it starts with your perspective. If you have misguided fundamentals, very high chance that you're going to be somewhere off the mark. Efficiency is critical from day one. And every inefficiency over time adds up and gets recognized over time and will affect your future quality of life. So, in a general sense, I see the engine of your plan being the portfolio, which is why you'll hear me focus on that, because without that thing running smoothly, it inhibits maybe getting to your goals. And that's putting it lightly. I'm navigating the language for a compliance department. So again, real quick, patricktbulger.com. Head out there, look at the bio, look at the blog. There's a great blog out there. I write out of frustration when I see things being misinterpreted or spun or what have you. So I'm sort of the anti-spin on your behalf. But this information that I handle data on is global. It's economic. It's cyclical. It's risk-oriented. Financial pipes, everything that you hear and more. And I can explain all about that. On the website, there is a question area. I try to make reaching out simple. Not a huge fan of marketing, as you can tell. I like having clients, taking care of clients, and having clients never leave because they're happy. That's my ideal goal. And you'll notice mentions about toxicity. My ideal client is non-toxic. It's someone who has developed and recognizes that toxic people do exist, and it's part of behavior. And I've worked backwards from behavioral finance into root cause that addresses that. So whether it's your business decisions, your decisions in life, I feel like what I offer can bring light and highlight to those decisions and be of value to you beyond what we talk about here. Anyways, I appreciate your time. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to try to keep it short, and we're going to go to a fancy disclaimer that makes my compliance department really happy. And so thanks again for your time. Go to the website, reach out. On the question box, if you need help with stuff and you just shake your head and say, there's no way I'm writing all of this, or, if I'm here to take weight off of you and clear your mind and give you more capacity. So if you just want to take and write in that box, help me with my situation, or reach out, please. Something that simple. It'll get the point across. We'll chat, and I think I can help you clear things up, clear your plate, and align behavioral with fundamentals, with investments, portfolio, and your good future. So with that said, thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate your time. That said, Hormuz open. There we go. Thanks again for your time. Take care.